You know what? Taking that.
Just wake me up. Just wake me up.
3, 2, 1. Ready. Alright guys, what's up? We're here at the Fringe Fuckers Loft, and fucking here today we got fucking some of my favorite fucking dirtbags, FDS, South Philly punk motherfuckers. So, let's start with these fucking guys. Let's start with you, Will.
No.
Yeah. Fucking see, that's what happens, dude. That's why you don't get the band drunk before the interview. Anyways. Yeah. Well, let's start with you. So, tell me a little about, tell me what your name is, what do you do in the band, and a bit about yourselves.
My name is Will Scabies, and I go back and forth between rhythm guitar and bass player whenever we can have a steady bass player, that is. And that is what I do.
Alright.
There.
Fuck.
Yep. Like I said.
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, see that Larry King. I'm sure he does not get his fucking interviews drunk.
Yeah, but his interviews aren't going to be nearly
exactly. So, as we were saying, dude, like, tell me a bit about yourself. What do you do in the band? And, of course, your name.
I'm Zaya. I scream. Yeah, more or less.
I'm Keith. I play guitar. I also book a lot of shows for us. And, yeah.
And you bow.
And I bow.
He's bow.
Bow.
Alright, so, I know one thing about FDS is, which is the thing, guys, for those of us, that live in Philly, and maybe even some of you out there who, like, are out of Philly, there's that thing that is like, what the fuck FDS mean? What do the initials mean? This, that, the other thing. So, guys, why don't you guys tell me what FDS means and what is FDS's agenda?
FTS means whatever you want it to be.
Falling to sleep.
Free tuna sandwich.
Frosty the Snowman. At least when it's Christmas.
I guess the agenda is to tour,
As much as possible.
drink,
Record.
make you out there slam into each other as hard as possible,
Yeah.
You rock
and
shit.
record.
Make music.
Be a band.
Hell yeah. Alright, dude, so tell me a little about, like, your lineup. Tell me about your current lineup, and I know that you guys have had, few lineups throughout your career, so, let's hear about that.
You want to talk about the current lineup?
The current lineup is
fucking beer.
us three and Milo, our
He's away at college
Dylan
right now.
drummer.
Molly goes to college.
He's pretty fucking awesome. We got him gagged in the back. I don't know.
Yeah. But, yeah, originally FTS just started off as a 4-piece with me, Animal, Chaz, and Dustin. And it's evolved through the years. There's been a couple other people in there. We had John K at one point. He replaced him when he had to leave. And, yeah.
Cool. And one thing, that I like about these guys, though, is, that unlike, how there's, like, those bands out there that they'll fucking, they'll, like, play the same exact songs throughout every lineup, and, it's just, like, pretty much a clone of it in itself. However, what's cool about you guys that I really fucking appreciate about FDS is that, every lineup, you guys each new member brings in their own, like, style, their own, like, suggestions, their own type of music, lyrics, so, definitely throughout, all the FDS's, like, rebirths, they all been, kind of different, and you could definitely notice that, which,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
Like when I joined,
Yeah,
I was like warning them that I'm not gonna sound like John K. I'm not
Like your hair
nearly
spit.
gonna be the same as John K. And they were all about it. They were just like, just make it good. And
Nice.
that's the only thing that usually I would say if someone's joining the band, just make it good.
Yeah, whenever you have someone else join with you, you need to be able to take their influences and everything else into consideration as well.
You basically have to smash divisions when it comes to new members. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to keep an open mind, even if it pisses you off, even if you don't like it, you have to do it. Doesn't matter. Like, there's been times where I've been writing parts with either like him or even John K. And I didn't like the one part that we wrote, but I knew that I had to learn to like it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way to be an original band. The only way to be an original band is to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
And basically, even if you don't like it, too bad, learn to like it.
Yeah, that's what's up. So for Keith and Will, anything else you want to say about being like the newer members of the band?
It's fun. I was a really big FTS fan before I joined,
Nice.
and I miss being in the pits. I like that's the one bad thing about being an FTS is that I don't get to dance with everyone else. But I get to dance on stage now. Yeah, I get to dance on stage now, which is cool.
And you get to be out there for whatever bands you're touring with. Too,
Yeah,
so
I mean it has its ups, but
That's
that's
tight.
I feel like that's its only down.
You miss slamming in the pits.
Another thing
Songs.
is that when I was in FTS with John K, is that when we would write, it was not as much as me and Keith right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because when me and Keith write, we write probably like at least 3 times a week. We try to just go crazy with it. We go insane. We're almost like mad scientists.
Nice.
I'm
Like
always
fucking
writing.
creating like the most like insane like fucking punk songs with like so many different variations of other genres too.
Mashing this and that.
Yeah.
Alright,
So-
how about you, Zaya? Being like that, you're like, I guess the one like, original member left, one of the pioneers of FDS. How do you feel about being in the band, like from your perspective as like new members and all that? And
Yeah, fresh blood keeps it fucking going. And I mean, it's amazing every time we have to replace someone, the next person comes in and adds a brand new flavor to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's like the thing. It's like with FTS, the letters themselves, it can be whatever you want. Just
Yeah.
like how we're just gonna keep it going, keep it alive. Survive.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, like if the wheels are not falling off, and keep
Nice.
it moving, keep it going, push.
Fuck yeah. Alright, and how about like as far as punk, like what would you guys say, let's start with you, Will. What does punk mean to you? Like, what is punk?
Punk to me is like complete total freedom. But even more into that, it's more like an escape from complete reality. You know what I mean? In reality, you always deal with so much bullshit. You know, from everyday people, from your everyday job, from your everyday everything that you got to deal with. And then when it comes to punk's kind of like the complete escape. You know, it's an escape from that harsh reality that you live. You know, so you could have a horrible fucking day, and then all of a sudden you go to a fucking show, or you play a gig.
Yeah.
Either one doesn't fucking matter, and you completely escape from
Like
that.
a fucking outlet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
nice.
you get and the other bands that you see, whether you play or not, it doesn't really fucking matter. Whether the bands you see, you get your adrenaline out by going in the pit and fucking reaching the fuck out, being a fucking maniac. You know, like being a fucking nutcase, you know, like do it, dude. Yeah, even if you let off fireworks, maybe even if you fucking,
Bang, bang, boom.
you know, take a fucking brick and smash it through a car windshield and say fuck that guy. Fine. You know, like
Nice. Alright.
I'll do what punk
Yo,
means to
Mark,
me.
that was really fun the other night.
Dude, like, someone told me years ago, if you put 100 punks in a room, you're gonna get 100 different answers.
Yeah.
But, you know, it comes down to me, this is a community, this is a culture, this is a lifestyle. And, you know, we all have to work to preserve it, and we all have to work to make it our own.
Nice. Quite true.
Punk is a weird thing, and at least to me, because I've been told that I was like born punk. Both my parents are punk, my mom and my dad, and the truth to it is that I found punk like myself. I didn't really think about it. I was just there, you know. It wasn't like I wanted to be there. It was just I was there because it was like what my mom and my dad were doing, you know. And then, you know, it took me time to find it, and when I found it, I got immersed into it, and just like anyone else, you know, you find it. it's almost like a religion, but
It
It's-
finds you.
but yeah, somewhat like that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And you know, we all listened to like Ramones, like and get hurt the first time, and we're like, "Ooh, what's this?" And
Yeah.
then you sort of catch
That
on.
tickles something.
Yeah.
No, I definitely could relate, man. 'Cause I mean, you know, me, like, when I got into it, dude, it was just pretty much, like, I guess, like, a scene or a culture, or basically it was more like, you know, like a state of mind that just definitely was very open-minded and did not judge me and was like, fuck yeah, dude, you got this ideas, you know, just go for it. Alright, now, how about, like, as far as influences, something that I guess, you know, before you got into punk, let's say, like, what influenced you? In other words, like, before punk, something, you know. Yeah.
I before punk, I started listening like I have 3 older brothers, you know. So
Yeah.
my oldest brother, Colin, he started listening to like Red Hot Chili Peppers and fucking 311. And I had my dad who also listened to a lot of reggae music and shit like that, you know. And then, you know, about around the time, so I got kind of into that shit at
Yeah.
like around like 8 or 9 years old, you know. But about around the time I was 10, my mom showed me Social Distortion, Mommy's Little
Nice.
Monster. Now, I heard the song Telling Them, and like, yo, that chorus, you know, they're telling me, but I'm telling them. I do it my way, and I always win. And when the sun goes down, I'm ready to play. It doesn't matter what anybody says.
Nice.
You know, dude, when I heard that as a fucking 10-year-old, I knew that, yo, fuck the world.
Yeah.
You know, I went fucking off. And I knew that, like, the only thing that for me to do was, you know, just do the same thing that they did. You know, just, like, fucking tour and be rock and rollers and
Yeah.
not give a shit about the whole entire world. Like, fuck everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's just play our fucking music and go off. You know?
Nice.
So, I don't know. And then I got into other bands like that, like the Ramones, Rocket to Russia. When I heard that fucking record, I went fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Especially the cover of Bird is the Word by the Trashmen.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Their cover of Bird is the Word is on that album is fucking beautiful, man.
Mhm.
That was a cool thing about the Ramones, that they always used to cover like old 50s
Yeah,
songs,
yeah,
you know? Shit that was on those fucking
So
little
they
tiny
listened to.
singles that you found, like little paper
Oh, hell yeah,
sleeves.
dude.
you
Well,
know?
I mean, you know, when you think about it, like, I know, like, let's say, you know, like, if I was in the 50s, I definitely probably would have been, like, a fucking greaser guy. Because those guys were pretty much, they were pretty much
Rockers. Yeah,
garage
they were
punks, dude. They were,
rockers.
yeah.
Well, Greasers were the
Yeah.
first punks, even before the hippies.
Yeah, yeah.
Greasers were the first rock and rollers, dude.
Oh, yeah. Now, how about you, Zay?
They were Greasers back their hair, listen
Yeah,
to
don't
Chuck
let
Berry.
Grease, the movie, like put down Greasers. They're actually cool.
Yeah.
Dude, they wore leather jackets, greased back their hair, and listened
Yeah.
to Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Oh,
is
dude,
punk
there's
as
some
fuck,
sick
dude.
shit, dude. Some
That
really
is
cool.
punk as shit, dude.
Dude, check out Switchblade Sisters, one of my favorite movies, dude. Fucking gang of, like, awesome chicks, leather jackets, switchblades, slashing shit up, like, motorcycles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the shit I listened to before I started really getting into punk, mostly just like, you know, the bullshit that's fed to everyone, and then I'm the youngest of 3.
yeah.
The one day I snuck into my oldest sister's room and was like, let me see what's she doing?
Mhm.
And I find the first Rancid album, Link 80, Exploited Massacre, and all of them just caught my eye. And I go and I put on Rancid. Wow. That first one, when that shit kicks in, oof. Hooked right from the very first fucking bang.
That is a sweet record, yeah. Alright, how about you?
As far as not punk things,
Yeah.
I really,
Like, before you got into punk, what influenced
I really,
you?
well, rock and roll has been a big part. Like even as much as like I was born punk, I was also born like rock and roll. Like
Yeah. Nice.
my name is fucking Keith Richards, and
That's
but
how I told
like,
the ladies.
but hip hop is really big. In my head, I really like King Animal. Khalil's amazing.
Khalil Ali.
Anything he
Khalil
fucking does,
Ali.
you need to listen to.
We'll put the link below.
And you know, I like classics like fucking Wu-Tang and fucking
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. But what else?
Ill
There's-
Bill.
I like surf. I like classical. I really enjoy listening to classical and walking through the streets of South Philly.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking cool and high as fuck. It's fun. It's
Nice.
a good time. And I put together variety shows.
Yeah.
Bands of plug.
Uh-huh.
Any band of any genre, either and any type of act. It could be music, just like some acoustic, magicians, comedians,
Yeah.
any type of thing. Yeah, play a show. Funny.
But yeah, it's fucking badass because, yeah, you know, it's like an actual variety show. So, you know, you get to see different genres. You get to see, like, magicians, weird, all kinds of, like, awesome shit.
Usually there's a DJ in between
Yeah,
playing
so it's
at all different
Non-stop
shows.
fun. And when's the next one? Because isn't there one?
I don't have that one booked at the moment.
Well, there
but,
was-
there's
yeah.
usually one every
Last
other
one,
month or something like that. It
So-
depends.
They're pretty frequent, so I'll put the link below.
We're about
Guys,
to go on
check
tour,
them
so I'm
out.
not
Yeah.
booking anything
Well,
right now.
after their tour, but
Yeah.
yeah, dude, definitely fucking good times. Yeah,
If
Sure.
just friend me. My name's Keith Richards.
yeah, dude.
I don't care.
All right, so speaking of friends, dude, what do you guys think? You know how there's been like lately, like an influx of people just moving into Philly, in particular, you know, like in the scene, dude. And it's not just like, you know, a matter of like people, because yeah, I just got a roommate who moved from Florida.
Yeah.
He just moved here today. But, you know, I mean, you know, there's also like little local kids, you know, that are like growing up. They're becoming like 13, 14, so they're like, oh, let me go out there and like check out the shit, check out the scene.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, what do you guys think of all these like, you know, huge influx that has been noticeable of like, I don't know, little 13, 14, 15-year-old kids that are just
I
like,
mean, the more,
showing up at shows.
the
And,
more,
sorry, and after that, just, what do you want to tell them?
well, I mean, the more punks, the merrier,
Yeah.
in my own opinion. I mean, especially when you have a city that has these amazing bands that
Yeah.
are so determined and ready to fucking like conquer the fucking shit. You know, especially FTS being an
Pop
example.
Zero.
And even
Yeah.
Population Zero is a huge example too. You know, and even the bands that have worked so hard. I mean, look at Nightfall, for fuck's sake. That's been a decade they've been around. A decade. Holy shit. And they've influenced a whole entire, like blockade of, like, DB kids that are now at Second Empire that just, like, bow to them. You know? Like, fuck, dude. Yeah, fuck, they set up the fucking Decade show. Like, they bowed to those motherfuckers, dude. Those three dudes, you know? But, and,
Where's
I mean,
the
a lot of...
Yeah, where's the gag?
In
Yeah,
that box behind.
yeah. You want to get the gag for him?
Why?
Like,
Is there
dude.
anything to drink?
Oh man, here, open up. Put that in your mouth. Keep it there.
What the fuck do you want me to wear gags, man? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. Fucking dick shit. I'm gonna take this shit, Zaya. I'm gonna take
Oh, the wonders of alcohol, right, guys?
So what's up?
This could also be a PSA.
Don't let your friends fuck with you.
Sorry, Robert.
Some people just can't drink
I'm
whiskey.
gonna take this opportunity to do like a next what do you call it?
Yeah,
Next angle.
Yo, you're talking really long.
Well,